When I got to ESPN, it was 23 years ago. Everything has changed in the world since then.
So good to check in with you here, Mike.
Well, it's great to be here. Thank you very much.
Talk about how your world and the world of sports has changed here.
I mean, in almost every way. Sports, like most other things, have just basically come to a complete halt. The only thing that we have really had to cover has been the National Football League in their off-season has gone on. Those are things that work just fine with social distancing.
So he isn't going to be the first quarterback in this draft. At least that's not what we expect.
But the other sports, basketball and hockey and football and tennis and golf and everything else that we typically cover, we're just like everyone else, sort of waiting for them to come back. Our job has been to try and find ways to make entertaining programming at a time when there just aren't any games going.
With those finals, NBA, NFL, I mean, those are championships that have happened, almost every year for all time. This might be the first time that they're canceled or dramatically changed. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm going to maintain an optimistic approach, a hopeful approach, because optimism and pessimism cost the same. I do think that the likeliest way we will get the championship in basketball this year, the championship in hockey this year, any semblance of a baseball season, because those are the sports that would be going on right now. They don't have the luxury of time. The NFL season isn't scheduled to start until September. They haven't missed anything yet. I think the most realistic chance we have of seeing those sports will be without fans. We played in empty arenas and empty stadiums. If you look at the example of what they're doing overseas, it's really fascinating. We had a baseball player on named Dan Stralia. He's over in South Korea. Their season is starting.
Yeah, every time we walk into the baseball field, we have to pass in front of a thermometer camera that, like, if you're over a certain temperature, the alarm goes off. We cancel whatever we had practiced or scheduled for that day, and that person goes and gets tested.
Do you think the athletes in general, their behavior is going to change after this, or do you think in terms of training, getting ready for these seasons?
Absolutely, yes. I think that's an incredibly important point. So during other periods of time where we've had stoppages like this, players could continue to work. They could continue to work out even if they weren't playing. Well, right now they're sheltered in place in their home, wherever they may be. Almost every gym, maybe every gym in America is closed. They can't access those. So it's, I think, very reasonable to assume that whenever they're able to get back, they're not going to be in the kind of physical condition that they're accustomed to being in. So I think there'll be a period of time where they have to work those guys into the right kind of shape before they can even consider starting to practice, much less start playing games. Otherwise, I think you'll see a lot of injuries. So this is changing everything. And the one thing that it has, because I know that we want to focus, I know that the thrust of your program is to focus on sort of the positive here. And I think that I'm hopeful that all of us who love sports, and I hope that the notion of being able to sit down on a Sunday afternoon and on my sofa and just putting on a ball game, I hope it's something that I will appreciate more when it comes back. And I hope that we will all feel that way. And I hope that in that way, it'll bring all of us, this huge community of sports fans that we have together, a time when sometimes, in our country, in our debate, we feel like we're being pulled apart. Maybe sports in this case can actually do what it does best, which is bring people together.
I deeply appreciate your guidance here as we're checking in with you.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for having me.